Mussolini.
It's about again here we're minority, and it's again like difficult being Muslim in Europe as minority. And for instance, the media also plays a role that give Islam as not a good image. So on top of the difficulties that we want to practice as a Muslim, we have in front of us also a bad image about Muslim. And that's actually quite, sad in a way that that's not true, or maybe some media just put it in television, or that's the main image for Muslim. But then when we're at work, and then people normally put that image first in front of us. And only then, we need to step few steps forward before we can be giving like, okay, you can achieve well, or okay, we acknowledge your achievement, But then before that, really like the first image that come to their mind is like, okay, can you do it? Are you? Even when for instance I promise to do something, and then they will ask, okay, Intan, is it inshallah as what they know it as inshallah, or is it inshallah because only God is willing to let it happen? So so that's quite a challenge. So the question is, how do how can we keep having the energy to basically show that, okay, this is the character of Islam, this is what Allah taught me, this is that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us to do. Not that bad image or whatever, and we cannot blame other Muslims, like for instance, those people from Arabs that you have business with, doing this and so, but that's not a good Muslim. That's also not the way we should talk about them. So.
Thank you very much. How do we get inspiration and spirit to keep moving? I want to ask you a question, Mr. Dan. Has anybody told you that you are a liar? No.
Not yet.
Nobody.
I must ask your wife, Miss Peter. Has anybody told you?
I'm sorry, I'm joking.
Has anybody told you that you are crazy?
Yeah, fuck.
You are mad? No?
No.
Or you are magician?
No.
No.
Nobody.
So it's better than our prophet then.
Yeah, because
Maybe
they
it's
told prophet
our
and
perception.
liar.
What I mean then,
Yeah.
sometimes we see our problem is the biggest problem because we are living in different age, different time. It's the most difficult problem you face as Muslim. No, it's not true. People, Abu Jahl, Abu Lahab, call him the prophet, Al-Majnun, the crazy, Al-Kadhab, the liar, As-Sahir, magician. Much more worse than what some people, some media call us, terrorists. Oh, so it means that we are a fighter, right? So it means it's nothing. So that's why in Quran we have 1/3 portion in Quran is history. If you want to have big energy, at least it happened to me. I always have energy for anything because I always read history. Great people, great men, great story. It inspires me. So read history, read the struggle of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, our prophet. You will understand that what we are facing today is nothing. It's nothing at all. He has the trial for killing more than 50 times in his life. Anybody has tried to kill you? No. It's very easy. Just call you. You are not good man here. You are not good citizen. Go back to your country. No, I have my visa. Just don't say them. But I admit that it's not easy. It's not easy
He's
for
prophet,
us.
we're human.
This is our problem. Because we are facing it. So we feel that this is very big. Because we are inside this problem. But if we go out a bit, we compare with history, we compare with Ibrahim alayhi salam, We compare with Isa alayhi salam. We compare with Ashabul Ukhdud, Ashabul Kahfi. We are nothing. Ashabul Kahfi, they need to run away for centuries. When you wake up, you still have your euro, right? Still applicable, right? It's not like Ashabul Kahfi. I want to buy a croissant. No, this euro is 100 years ago. No, it still works.
Wah, udah 200 euro sekarang.
Tidak berlaku lagi ini.
Ayam juga ada. Robot yang ada.
So that's why having an inspiration is by reading books, reading history, knowing our prophet, knowing our hero. When we know them, we will feel that our effort is nothing. You get insulted every day. Oh, alhamdulillah, it's nothing compared to the prophet. This is our challenge today. But once again, it's not easy. But you must try. You must keep moving. On the contrary, this is your opportunity, our opportunity to spread it out to Islam to the world. And I always believe, ladies and gentlemen, that Allah has so many miracles to bring Islam to the world. Not only by some scholar who always think that there will be a great Armageddon. Of course, there will be Armageddon in the end of the world, right? But we don't know. When is it? 100 years? 1,000 years? But I always dream that maybe Islam will come to Europe, anywhere, even in Italy, even in the Vatican, by work, by example, by achievement, by ukhuwah, by the social integration from Muslim community. That's why I always ask some brothers, do you have any program providing Dutch, European to know about Islam? Do you have it? Do you provide them understanding Quran? Do you promote the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam with their own languages, in French, in Italian, in Spanish? Do you give a speech in English, in Dutch, in our program? That's our obligation. There's so many obligations. So don't be like melancholy. This is very difficult. No, we don't do a struggle enough, and we will do it, inshallah. So that's all. What is it?
Maybe I can ask one more question related to that.
Okay.
Just one quick question. So, I'm not a normal Muslim in the sense you talked about the perception of the West and the East. So, I'm from the West. So I was not born a Muslim, but I was converted to Muslim. So we talk about dialogues with the church, talking with other religions. So for me, as a Western Muslim, I feel like I should be building bridges, but I don't really know how. So is there something like special that we can do, and maybe something you can?
Bringing bridge, making bridge between Western and Muslim. Actually, this terminology is really wrong. Western and Muslim. Instead of Muslim is Eastern, right? Western and Muslim. Because as I said, this is the product of history in Crusade. But what I want to make now, we promote the program that Muslim is a global citizen. Kuntum khaira ummat. Ukhuwah Islamiyah. Brother of Islam, it means that no matter what, no matter your nationality, your race, your origin, we are a Muslim, we are brother. This is what the concept of the Prophet in the time of Hijrah. He tried to make a brotherhood between any Muslim, Muhajirin and Ansar, refugee and helpers. When they convert to Islam, they call Al-Farisi, the Persian, as a Muslim. So they don't see Persian in the terminology of religion, but terminology of politics. But sometimes we don't understand this. When we see Muslim versus Persian, this terminology of politics, not religion, not theology. Because Islam doesn't against Persian. Some Persian Muslim, some Roman are Muslims. This is what we still see today. Some dying, some preachers still have this tension. We and the West, we and the West. Who are we? What do you mean we? If I was born Muslim, I was born from German family and my eyes are blue, with blonde hair, and I'm Muslim, I don't accept this terminology. I'm a Muslim as well. So that's why bringing a bridge, first of all, changing all terminology. Second, you must be participating in this program as a Muslim representative. Don't expect that you will be very perfect as a typical Muslim, reciting Quran, memorizing some 100 pages. No, but just enough to represent Muslim as your new religion with your skill, with your personality. That's why I'm promoting new program starting this year, starting this month. It is called Muslim's Mind. We have made our website muslimsmind.com. We are making a program like TED Talks, inshallah, like TED Talks, from many nationality in many countries. We are promoting how Muslims contribute to the world. So we are not talking about Quran, about tafsir, about hadith, no. We are talking about Muslim experience, how Islam influenced his life, in his professional life. I'm a banker. I taught how to work well as a banker because I'm Muslim. I'm an accountant, how to make accountancy well because I'm a Muslim. I'm a doctor, how I serve people because I'm a Muslim. This is what I want to build in this global community. This is one of the way how to make a bridge. So people step by step they will forget about terminology Western, Eastern because it's not relevant anymore in this world. But be careful. There is always some people who want to make this grudge, this history come back to our life. Like our uncle, Trump.
Yeah.
He always said that refugee, immigrant, everything. It means that he is talking about race, about people from some countries. They are enemy, they are probably a threat. We want to eradicate this problem. But there is always some people who want to make tension between us. This is the war of mind. How to face it? We must use these modern tools. If they use this modern tool, as you said, media and so on, and we just sit down and then we don't use this media, we'll be left behind. On Instagram account, Facebook, make some project, make video, 1 minute for Instagram, 5 minutes for Facebook, produce a lot of video on YouTube, build a buzzer team, make a lot of 1,000 websites promoting Islam. So we will compete with them in the same tools. Because why? Because this is what Quran said. Because what Quran told us. Ud'u ila sabili rabbika bil hikmah. Invite them to the path of your God. Bil hikmah, with wisdom. Wal maw'idhatil hasanah, and good advice. 3. And the third, wajadilhum billati hiya ahsan, and debate them with the good tools. What's the meaning of good tools? In the time of the Prophet, good tools is better poetry, better diplomacy, better speech. Now, good tools mean better tools, more viewer in YouTube, more follower in Instagram, more visitor in website. The latest song of Shakira, she has 2 billion viewers in YouTube, and my speech only some 100 people. It means we have a lot of things to do. I don't have a skill and capability to promote this, to make this content, delivered to the world. But you have it. Expert in IT, the expert in multimedia, the expert in social media. You have the skill. Work together in integrated project, how to promote Islam, how to counter Islamophobia in a modern way. If you see some people said bid'ah, this is forbidden or something, just leave them. They are some century left behind. Okay? I hope this session will inspire us with some new perspective. And we will still keep in touch, inshallah.